Is Will Smith's live-action genie as bad as Aladdin fans think? Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. On Sunday during the Grammys, Disney gave fans of Aladdin a special look at its live-action remake. There was a better look at Jafar, a shot of the flying carpet, and, oh yeah, new footage of Will Smith in full blue form as the iconic genie, which caused the internet to collectively lose its mind. Fans have been eager to get a glimpse of Will Smith in the iconic blue ever since Entertainment Weekly released first looks at Aladdin, which included a very human-looking Will Smith, leading many to speculate that he would not be turning blue for the film. Well, we have our answer now, and suffice it to say, reactions have not been favorable from the web. Fans and critics took to Twitter to share their mix of horror, disgust, and confusion at what some have politely referred to as a CGI abomination. Is the Will Smith genie as bad as the internet thinks? Let's get into it and break down some of the best reactions to see if fans are right. First up, the genie inspired a lot of comparisons to our favorite misunderstood blue man, Tobias Funke from Arrested Development. @Trevor's tweets took the whole thing in stride, writing, "First look at Will Smith as the genie in the upcoming live-action Aladdin." @KickThePJ had a similar reaction, tweeting, "I don't know what everyone is complaining about. I think the genie looks great in the new Aladdin trailer."
I just blew myself.
But the comparisons didn't end with just a bunch of Tobias Funkes. Turns out that the genie reminded folks of a whole bunch of other blue characters.
Or should I say bloopies?
@MEF42 turned the whole thing into a fashion contest, tweeting pics of the genie, the blue animation from Eiffel 65's Blue music video, the Blue Man Group, and Tobias with the caption, "Who wore it better?" Blue men, they're just like us. According to @PemCMill, huge guy from SpongeBob SquarePants also turns out to be a great stand-in for the genie. Fellow broad-chest boy Kylo Ren and the genie have the same energy as @ThatBman guy tweets. @Eisler Nathan dares us all to spot the difference between the genie and Megamind, which we can't cause, yeah, they're the same. @Justin Wang is looking forward to the movie, but swapped out the big blue guy for the big green guy, Shrek. Here's hoping for a Will Smith Smash Mouth crossover. Here's not ever hoping for that. Speaking of music crossovers, @TheCinemile wrote the theme song for the inevitable Fresh Prince and Genie mashup, The Blue Prince of Bel-Air. Industrial Light and Magic, born and raised in a computer, is where I spent most of my days. Coming out weird and rendered all blue, it's a nightmare version of Avatar 2. It is impossible to read that and not do the song because we don't have the license.
Good job.
Thank you. That was rough. Of course, the sheer amount of Avatar references was equally upsetting. @Kayla Dewberry says what's on many a tweeter's mind, Genie from the live-action Aladdin looks like an Avatar reject. And @EricBayMusic appears to have discovered the genealogy of Big Blue. Looks like the Scorpion King had a baby with an Avatar. Some even suspect that there might be a conspiracy in the works, or as @Trishy109 wrote, pretty sure Will Smith's genie is just Disney trying to build up hype for Pandora, the world of Avatar, at Disney World. However, not all reactions were as sarcastic, and many fans just gave into how horrifying the sight of the Will Smith genie was for them. @SteveIsSensible tweeted, "Will Smith as Aladdin's genie makes me want to uninvent CGI." @Jenny E. Nicholson seems to have actually recognized it as a blue nightmare. Will Smith genie is what appears in my room when I have sleep paralysis. Then there was New York Times writer Kyle Buchanan's hilariously horrified tweet thread, which included such gems as, "They premiered this image at night? We're supposed to sleep after this? I have never known peace." And honestly, the Will Smith genie feels like a spoiler for Bird Box because I finally understand what image would make them so fascinated but then also want to kill themselves. Oh, that's so harsh. But of course, there were a few blue bomb apologists, one among them being our buddy Coy Jandro. I'm confused. What else would a live-action Will Smith as genie look like? We're not even sure. But as many folks think, not that. Not that. So is Will Smith's blue genie look really as bad as all of this Twitter outcry makes it out to be? Well, it's clear Disney didn't learn its lesson from the internet's last meltdown over a different hyper-realistic Uncanny Valley blue character, Thick Sonic. Man, and his Twitter feed is so good, and I was so on board, and then that game came out, and I was like, yes, this is just like old Sonic, and then the poster dropped. But what do you folks think? What was your reaction to the genie on a scale of I've seen worse to burn my eyes? Will you go see the Aladdin remake when it comes out this May? And are you tired of all the live-action remakes? Or are you on board for the photorealistic The Black Cauldron? Listen, I would legit be on board for that. Let's discuss. Be sure to like, subscribe, and mash that little bell to get notified every time we drop a new video or go live with the show. And if you need a little more spooky into your life, make sure to check out Bizarre States live on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific on Nerdist YouTube, Geek and Sundry's Twitch and Alpha. This week, Andrew Bowser is joined by Nicholas McCarthy, director of the new horror thriller The Prodigy. If you love horror, you gotta check it out. And if you missed the show live, you can always check out the podcast version for free wherever you get your podcasts.